peace and tranquility. Absolutely gorgeous.
We left our love with question marks, with broken hearts. I went all my life without you. Something right could be so wrong. Carry on, cause you know I have to let you go. I know it's bad to take a leap into my world of fantasies, but we will make it all the way somehow. But I know now when I wake up, I just have to put my feet back on the ground. And you will come back. Oh my God, it's you again. Once we were more than friends. Darling, how you been? I missed your smile. I know you leave me here with question marks, and I will start all over here without you.
I feel like I'm a bit more remote now in the countryside. It's quite busy from the centre of Perth out to the A9 part there. Now we're on the little trail through to Glencoe. You've got the farmers' fields on the left. You've got the River Tay there on the right. So we're following this to Glencoe. Very pleasant. It's a good start to this trail because it's fairly flat. It's not until you kind of get to the Obney Hills that you start to feel like you're more kind of in the Highlands. So it's a few more miles yet. I'll just enjoy this while I can. Well, here we are in Bankfoot. 12.8 miles, pretty much spot on. Nice wee village. Bankfoot Inn's just down there. That's where I've got customers staying later. And I will be going up that road just now onto, where is it we're going? Dunkeld. That's us a couple of miles out at Bankfoot. Just gradually climbed the hill there, up the road, up the farm track. That farm in the distance there. Hopefully we'll be able to make safe passage through there, okay. And then we're onto the hills proper. They're the Obney Hills. And through there is Glencoe. And from here on in it's much more like the Highlands. Back down there is where we've come from. Very much about the lowlands from Perth to here. But now look at the sky, isn't that amazing? Heading up and over there. About 6 miles, 6.5 miles to Dunkeld. Now, as many people will be aware by now, I am not much of a fan of cows. No siree. So you've got bull in fields, you've got cows with calves that can be aggressive. And you've got a style which is obviously where you're meant to go, but the good point of view, or the good thing from my point of view, is this gate's open, which suggests there's no cows in this field. I see cows in the distance. It looks like they might be the other side of the fence, so I think I'm good to go. I'm not getting chased by cows just yet. Yes. Fingers crossed anyway. Okay, so there's the next stile into the next field. And here are the cows. Not a chance in hell I'm going through there because there's calves in the distance, newborns. So I'm going over the fence and up the other side. Hi cows. That away. This is lovely. I've been down this way a couple of times, and all of a sudden, after all that farmland and lowland sprawl, you suddenly get into this area. Hills, bracken, heather, trees. It's gorgeous. This is Glencoe. Follow this for quite a bit actually towards Dunkeld. Next hour or so will be just perfect. Well, that's us reached Burnham and Dunkeld. That's the Tay again, just over there. Quite tough. 5.5 hours. By the way, that there is the Burnham Oak, as featured in Shakespeare's play Macbeth. It's actually on stilts to keep it up. It's about 1 trillion years old or something. A living legend. So if you're interested in Macbeth, it's a nice place to visit. Welcome to day 2. It's 11 AM, just got the bus from Dunkeld to Aberfeldy. Picked up a couple of things for the shop, and I've got 27 miles to Loch Rannoch. From here I follow the Obney Way to Kenmore, up and over to then get to Fortingall, and from Fortingall across Glen Lyon into Loch Rannoch. So I don't want to be any later than the back of 6. We've got a dinner booked for 7:30, and it'll be dark by then as well. So long day ahead, feel alright. See what the day has in store. Just after Aberfeldy you get to the Bucks of Aberfeldy. Beautiful gorge, steep sides, lovely walk. Yeah, gets lungs going this, but it's a cracking part of the world here, because you're right down there into the gorge. It's a far cry from leaving Perth yesterday. So it's at the top of the Bucks. Let's just have a look up there. Quick wee scan at this bridge. There's quite a view. Man, I'm just after that. Trying to do these climbs quickly and feel it, man. Right, that's pretty spectacular. So you got river coming down, and then just goes, whoa! Quite a drop. Quite a drop. Right, onwards. There in the distance, that peak there is Schiehallion. Now this trail doesn't go up and over Schiehallion, but I do kind of go later on today around the lower slopes of it. Looks pretty much in the sky from here. So hopefully by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, 4 o'clock, I'll be over there. So a few miles to go until then, But yeah, it just gives you an idea of what's in store. So 5 miles in, there's Buachaille in the distance. That's Drummond Hill, so I'm going up and over Drummond Hill down that side. Fortingall's other side of that hill. Pretty much where I'm pointed at just now is where I'm headed. So a bit of a climb later. So yeah, 5 miles in, a couple of miles to Kenmore. You can see Kenmore down there. It's in the distance. And yeah, half hour maybe. Let's hope so. Oh, poor sheep, what's happened there? Got those big ugly things. Don't mind eating them for Christmas. Oh, it's so ugly. Here's a nice picture. It says at Kenmore, 8.5 miles into the day. What a beautiful spot. Gorgeous. That's Loch Tay. The River Tay starts just over there. Look at that. It's pretty awesome. Looking up Loch Tay. And then swinging round to the River Tay. All the way down to Perth, just where I've come from. Up to the viewpoint at the top of Drummond Hill, and it's pretty stunning, what to say. Oh, look at this. It's quite a climb up from Kenmore. There it is all the way down there. Wow, look at that. It's worth the climb, I've got to say. Can't stay for any longer though, because I'm on a bit of a schedule, so need to get on. Head towards Fortingall, but yeah, that's glorious. Glen hillside, we're in Fortingall just now. Always a bit tentative of this particular place, because it's never overly obvious in terms of access, but it's usually fine. Sometimes there's cows up here. There is a sign here which I will have a wee look at. There it is. That sign there. Same one that's been there for a while. Yeah, that's fine. Look round up this way. Wow, I'm absolutely shattered climbing up this hill. It's so steep. Left Glen about 15 minutes ago and it's like bang, straight up. I guess it gets it done and out the way. Oh, it's hard going. Up and up, hopefully the crest is not too far. We are just about at the highest point of the Heart of Scotland Trail, about 700-ish metres it goes up to. Properly in the mountains now, almost amongst the snow. So we're getting quite high up. It's been a tough climb up to here. It's going to flatten out soon, and then well, I've not done any running for about an hour and a half because it's been just a constant slog up. But morale is still high, so keep on following the path for a wee bit longer, and then it'll be downhill to the bothy, then to the river, and then onward. Our first proper bit of snow. Isn't that cool? And this sledge though, sledge down the mountain would be amazing. You know what, I don't think I'm going to cross it. I think I'll just go along this bit instead, just be on the safe side. quite deep. Wee bit of a fall there. Went right into the snow, about 2 feet. Not great. There's a big hole there. A bit wet now. Never mind. Get going. Look at that. Just there. Big herd of deer. Just grazing away. Don't think they've spied me yet, but they will in a second. Let's see. I think some I've already seen. Here we are, nice little river crossing to deal with. Doesn't look as if it's in spate too badly, but I think I might just have to make a run for it because I can't be bothered looking for stepping stones. Let's see what we can find. Here's the best way across here. I've got to bear in mind I've not got proper trail shoes on. I think I might just go through that bit there. Right. Let's go. Cold, 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 cold. It's cold, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. Oh, you know what? I could probably make this if I go like. Yes! That was alright in the end. Just climbed up from the river down there. Up here, found the right route and it's the Stalker's hut. It's cool. Go up here. This is always a point to look out for when you're climbing up here because it's a trail all the way into the road that goes to Loch Rannoch. Getting closer. Here we are, Loch Rannoch, 26 miles. It's been today in 7 hours. A fair amount of climbing, over nearly 1600 metres in climbing. That was quite tough today, although getting it done in 7 hours was good. I'm delighted with that. A lot of hiking involved because there were so many helps, especially up over Glen Line. But I feel a wee bit tired, not actually as bad as I thought I might. Similar to yesterday. Yeah, fairly happy with how that went today. Delighted to be here. Put my feet up, bit of dinner, maybe a wee pint, maybe a glass of wine actually tonight. And the Scotland game's on, Scotland-Poland. So watch that. On to tomorrow. Good morning. Friday morning on Loch Rannoch. Beautiful day, so still again. There's hardly been a breath of wind the entire time I've been out. So down there is where I've just come from. That's Loch Rannoch down there. It's a mile or so, so I've not long started. And behind me is where I'm headed, towards Bridge of Gore, which is the end of the loch, and then across to Rannoch Station, and then across Rannoch Moor to King's House. I've got 34 miles to do today, and I've got around about 11 hours to do it in, so it should be fine. I don't feel that bad, so everything should be okay today, barring any unforeseen issues. But I think I'll be fine. It feels like it's going to be quite warm, but that's fine. Take it easy, and hopefully I'll be at King's House for the CityLink bus at 8 PM. It's me come off the road now. This is one of my favourite walks in all of Scotland actually. It's just off the Carey car park along the Loch Rannoch road, the south side. And it's gorgeous. It starts with a wee bit of a climb and then it just makes its way up. Big gorge down there. It's stunning. Stunning, stunning. So follow this for a couple of miles and then eventually end up on some forestry tracks that heads down to Bridge of Gore, but just got to soak this up while you can. It's just lovely. So it's actually in Rannoch Forest, which is one of the last remaining sections or areas of the ancient Caledonian pine forest. There's lots of regeneration going on in Scotland to bring it back to the way it was, but this area is very much untouched, and it looks today as it would have done a good few thousand years ago, apart from this track obviously, but the actual thick woodland is unspoilt and it's glorious. Just at the top of the gorge now. This isn't the way, but it's a nice wee bridge. Cute wee spot. Just another example of how lovely it is here at the river. So nice. Right, moving on back that way. I love little paths like this where you're just going through a slightly laborious forestry track. You look at the map, you see, oh, is that a little diversion? That goes through the trees rather than the forestry trail. And you follow it and it just leads you to awesome wee paths like this. So much more adventurous. And it's also a bit of a shortcut as well. So these wee sections that you find just by looking at the map and just thinking, oh, what's down there? And here you go, brilliant. Just stop for a wee break. Not far away from Bridge of Gore now. I'm just traversing the lower slopes of that hill up there, which is called Leagag. I don't know if that's the correct way to pronounce it. It's nice wee spot. So we are 12 miles in and spot on 3 hours, average 4 miles an hour, which is good. It's been really easy going, but an hour or so will be in Bridge of Gore, and then it's a straight road into Rannoch Station. Then from Rannoch Station it's 12 miles across Rannoch Moor to King's House, and then we're home, or at least that's the bus home. So the sun's shining, battle on, see what's in front of us. Just arrived at Bridge of Gore, 15 miles down. That's the River Gore, I believe. Making good time. I've got less than 20 miles to go, and it's what, nearly 4 hours in, so it's nearly 12:30. I've got plenty of time. Bit of a crap bit along the road here for the next wee bit. Look at all these things. They're going to get squashed to hell. Like, the frog's pumping. Look at the frogs. They're going to get squashed to buggery. I feel we need to get them off this road. I have to try and get them off this road because they're going to get squashed. Come on, froggies. Let's get rid of you. Just saved 2 frogs' lives. How nice am I? Right, back to the run-in. At Rannoch Station, There's rail line replacement works going on, so I've got a bit of an obstacle here. Get close in a minute. It's cool though. Here we are, Rannoch Moor, just past Rannoch station behind me. Down there, along the tree line, along the loch, towards those mountains in the distance, which is Glencoe and King's House. My ultimate destination. Should be there no more than 4 hours. It's 1:45 now, so just take it easy, enjoy the weather, and a nice tranquil Rannoch Moor, because it's not often you get it like this, I tell you. It is proper wilderness, Rannoch Moor. Excuse the pylons, which are a pain in the backside. But over there is the Glencoe mountains, and as bad a reason as it is, you follow those pylons all the way to King's House. So it kind of gets in the way of an amazing view, but I guess that's just the modern world, eh? Well, now it's just 5 miles or so, 6 miles to the end along this path, this track. You can see it going into the distance, and there's the mountains beyond. That's Buachaille straight ahead. Not Buachaille, Dafty. Buachaille Etive Mor straight ahead. Then pan around all the way across Rannoch Moor. And where I've come from, all the way back down there. 80 miles back down there is where I started in Perth. It's been great. It's been a fantastic 3 days. A bit of a recce as part of the Heart of Scotland trail that I've had on the website for the last few years. No real obstacles, so it's been a successful jaunt. Getting extra fitness as well, which always helps, and everything's in one piece. So let's go to King's House Hotel, put my feet up for an hour or two, and then get the bus. What a finish to the day, what a view. King's House just down there. And that'll be that, 80 odd miles done. Made it! Yay! In one piece.